The phone rings. It's a sound we've heard a million times, a sound of connection, of news, of family. But in the quiet moments of an afternoon, for millions of Americans, that simple ring has become a sound of dread. It has become the opening salvo in a silent, invisible war. A war being waged not on a battlefield, but in our living rooms. The target? Our life's work, our security, our trust. This is the story of the call that costs a lifetime, and more importantly, how to make sure you're the one who hangs up. Welcome to Wise Men Talks. Today, we're not just talking about building wealth, we're talking about protecting it. We are pulling back the curtain on one of the most pervasive and cruel criminal enterprises in the world, the systematic targeting of senior Americans through financial fraud. This isn't just about losing money. It's about the violation of one's safety, the erosion of confidence, and the heartbreaking manipulation of our best human instincts. The desire to help, the need for connection, and the love we have for our families. To understand this enemy, we must first understand their tactics. We begin with a story that, in some form, has played out in countless homes across the country. Chapter 1. The Grandparent Scam, Anatomy of a Lie. It starts with a voice, a frantic, desperate voice. "Grandma?" The voice is young, and it sounds like it's been crying. For Carol, a grandmother of 4, her heart immediately drops. One of her grandsons, maybe Ben, is away at college. Is it him? "Ben, is that you? Are you okay?" she asks, her voice filled with concern. And with those 4 words, "Ben, is that you?" the trap is sprung. She has just given the predator on the other end of the line the one piece of information he needs: the name. "Yes, Grandma, it's me," the voice sobs. "I'm in so much trouble. Please, you can't tell Mom and Dad, they'll kill me." This is the first psychological hook: urgency and secrecy. The scammer creates a high-pressure scenario where time is of the essence, and he isolates the target from the very people who could expose his lie, the rest of the family. He knows that a grandparent's instinct is to protect, to shield their grandchild from harm, even from the disappointment of their own parents. The story comes pouring out. A fabricated car accident in a foreign country, a minor legal infraction that has somehow resulted in immediate jail time. A story just plausible enough to be believable, but just chaotic enough to prevent logical scrutiny. The details are intentionally blurry, but the emotional core is crystal clear. Your grandchild is alone, scared, and needs your help right now. Next comes the second voice, the professional, the authority figure. "Ma'am, this is Officer Miller," a new, calmer voice says. "I'm here with your grandson. He's a good kid, just made a stupid mistake. We can clear this all up without it going on his permanent record, but we need to handle the bail money right away." This is the second hook: false authority and a glimmer of hope. The officer or lawyer provides a seemingly legitimate solution. He's not threatening. He's offering to help. He's on Carol's side. He is validating her desire to solve this problem quickly and quietly. Then comes the mechanics of the crime. The request for money is never simple. It's always convoluted, designed to bypass the safety systems of modern banking. They'll claim the legal system in Mexico or Canada requires payment in a specific, untraceable way. They'll say, the banks will ask questions and delay the process. The fastest way is to purchase gift cards. It sounds absurd, doesn't it? Paying bail with gift cards from Target or Walmart? But in a state of manufactured panic, with the sound of her grandson's sobs still ringing in her ears, Carol's critical thinking has been hijacked. The scammer will even coach her on what to say to the cashier, who will inevitably question the large purchase. Tell them it's for a home renovation, or it's for your other grandchildren's birthdays. They are one step ahead, anticipating every red flag and providing a pre-written script to overcome it. This process can go on for hours. The scammer will keep Carol on the phone, refusing to let her hang up, preventing her from making a call to her son or daughter that would instantly unravel the entire charade. They are her only point of contact with this crisis. She is in a bubble of pure, calculated fear, Finally, she reads the numbers off the back of the cards. The money is gone. Instantly, untraceably. The scammer hangs up, and in the sudden, deafening silence, the first cold wave of doubt begins to wash over her. She calls her grandson's cell phone. He answers, happy and relaxed, on his way to class. He has no idea what she's talking about. The truth hits not like a wave, but like a physical blow. The shame, the violation, the loss. It's a pain that far exceeds the number on the gift cards. This is the grandparent scam. It is one of the oldest and most viciously effective tools in the fraudster's arsenal. It works because it doesn't target greed, it targets love. Have you or a loved one ever received a call like this? The details might be different, but the emotional manipulation is the same. Sharing your story in the comments below isn't just venting. It could be the specific warning that saves someone else from the same heartbreak. Chapter 2. The Digital Hunting Grounds. So who is this invisible enemy? Where do these calls, these emails, these pop-up windows originate? The image of a lone hacker in a dark basement is a relic of the past. What we are facing is a global multi-billion-dollar industry. The nerve centers of this industry are often located in bustling call centers thousands of miles away. These are not makeshift operations. They are organized, efficient, and technologically advanced. They operate with sales targets, performance bonuses, and highly sophisticated scripts that have been tested and refined on millions of calls. The people making these calls are often young, educated, and multilingual. To them, it's just a job. They are emotionally detached from the devastation they cause, viewing their targets as a list of numbers on a screen. They arm themselves with powerful digital weapons. The first is the VoIP system, or Voice over Internet Protocol. This allows them to make thousands of calls per minute from anywhere in the world for pennies. The second is caller ID spoofing. This is the technology that makes your phone lie to you. They can make a call from a computer in Kolkata appear on your caller ID as your local police department, the IRS, or even your own phone number. It shatters our most basic defense, trusting the number on the screen. And now, a terrifying new weapon is entering their arsenal: artificial intelligence voice cloning. With just a few seconds of audio, scraped from a voicemail you left, a social media video your grandchild posted, or even a public speech, scammers can create a synthetic computer-generated replica of a loved one's voice. That frantic, crying voice on the other end of the line. It might not just sound like your grandson. In the near future, it will be his voice, saying words he never spoke. This isn't science fiction. This is happening right now. The digital breadcrumbs we all leave behind, our names, addresses, family members' names, our interests, are no longer private. They are bought and sold on the dark web in massive data breaches. Scammers purchase these lists, giving them a detailed dossier on their potential targets before they ever pick up the phone. They might know your name, your age, the bank you use, and the names of your children. This information is used to make their lies sound all the more convincing. They are hunting with a loaded deck. Chapter 3. The Psychology of Deception. Why does this work? And why are senior Americans so often the target? It is not, as some cruelly suggest, because they are naive or unintelligent. The truth is far more complex, and it lies in a combination of generational norms, social factors, and the very way our brains process information as we age. First, there's the element of trust. Many seniors grew up in a time when a person's word was their bond, and institutions were generally respected. A call from someone claiming to be from the IRS or a police officer was treated with a level of seriousness that younger generations, raised in an era of digital skepticism, might not share. Scammers exploit this inherent politeness and reluctance to challenge authority. Second, there is the weapon of isolation. As we get older, our social circles can naturally shrink. Loneliness is a silent epidemic, and scammers are experts at detecting and exploiting it. The friendly voice on the phone, the charming stranger in a direct message can feel like a lifeline. The romance scam, which we will explore, is a masterclass in this cruel manipulation. Third, there's the power of fear. Scammers don't just promise rewards, they manufacture threats. The tech support scam, for instance, doesn't offer you a prize. It tells you your computer is infected, your identity is stolen, and your life's memories are about to be erased. The fear of losing control in a complex digital world is a powerful motivator, pushing people to act against their own best interests. Finally, scientific research offers another piece of the puzzle. Studies in neuroscience have shown that, as the brain ages, there can be a slight decline in the ability to detect deceptive cues. The part of our brain that flags untrustworthy faces or suspicious stories, the anterior insula, can become less active. This isn't a sign of diminished intelligence. It's a subtle neurological shift that can make older adults more open and trusting, a beautiful human trait that predators have learned to weaponize. Understanding this isn't about creating an excuse. It's about dismantling the victim blaming that so often accompanies these crimes. The shame that victims feel is one of the scammer's greatest assets. It keeps these crimes in the shadows. It's time to bring them into the light. Chapter 4. The new scams on the block. The grandparent scam is just the tip of the iceberg. The modern fraudster's portfolio is diverse and ever-evolving. Let's look at 3 of the most dangerous and prevalent schemes active today. First, the tech support scam. It begins with an assault on the senses. A loud alarm, a flashing screen, a browser that is suddenly locked. The message is designed to induce panic. You can't close the window. You can't restart your computer. The only option seems to be the phone number displayed on the screen. When you call, you're connected to a calm, professional-sounding technician. He'll ask for remote access to your computer to diagnose the problem. The moment you grant that access, the game is over. You have just unlocked the front door of your digital life and invited the burglar inside. He'll perform a fake scan, showing you terrifying but meaningless lines of code, claiming they are evidence of the infection. The solution? A one-time fee for a special security software, or a lifetime subscription to their premium protection plan. They'll ask for your credit card number. While you're reading it to them, they are in the background, installing malware, spyware, and keyloggers onto your machine. They are stealing your banking passwords, your social security number, and your personal files. They don't just want a one-time payment. They want to drain your accounts for months to come. Microsoft, Apple, and Google will never, ever contact you in this way. They will never use a pop-up window to demand you call a phone number. If you see this screen, there is one simple, foolproof solution. Hold down the power button. Shut down the machine. The pop-up is a digital phantom. It has no real power until you give it some by making that call. Next, the romance scam. This is perhaps the cruelest scam of all, because it takes months and it's a crime that requires the victim's active emotional participation. It begins innocently, on a dating site, or a social media platform like Facebook. A message from a stranger with a compelling profile. He's often a widower, a doctor working overseas, an engineer on an oil rig, or a soldier deployed in a remote location. His profile is designed to signal stability, honor, and a touch of loneliness. A man looking for a connection. The relationship builds slowly, deliberately. He will send poetic emails, thoughtful text messages, and share stories of his life. He will learn her hopes, her dreams, and her fears. He will mirror her emotions, becoming the perfect partner she's always been looking for. There's always an excuse why he can't video chat. A bad connection. Security protocols on the military base. For weeks, sometimes months, the relationship is purely emotional. Not a single mention of money. Then, the first small crisis. A medical bill for a sick child back home. A broken piece of equipment that is preventing him from completing his project and flying home to finally meet her. The ask is small at first, just a few $100s. She sends it, happy to help the man she has come to love. This opens the floodgates. The crises become larger and more dramatic. He's stuck in customs and needs to bribe an official. He's been in an accident and needs emergency surgery. Each request is accompanied by a promise. As soon as this is sorted, I'm on the first flight to you. We can finally start our life together. Sharon is not just sending money. She is investing in a future she desperately believes in. She might drain her savings, take out a second mortgage, and borrow from her retirement accounts. The total losses can run into the hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars. The final act of this tragedy is the day the messages stop. The phone number is disconnected, the profile vanishes, and the realization dawns that the man she loved, the future she had planned, never existed at all. He was a team of scammers in a foreign country, working from a script, using stolen photos. And finally, the investment in cryptocurrency scam. This scam preys on the feeling that you're being left behind. In a world of confusing new technologies like cryptocurrency and volatile stock markets, scammers offer a shortcut to wealth and security. It might start with an unsolicited email or a social media ad. An investment guru with a secret formula. A new crypto token that is guaranteed to be the next Bitcoin. The websites look professional, the testimonials are glowing, and the charts always go up. They'll ask you to start small, a $1,000 investment. You'll be given a login to a slick-looking online portal where you can watch your investment grow. Every day the number gets bigger. It's working. The guru was right. He'll call you, congratulate you, and convince you to invest more. Don't miss out on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, he'll say. So you do. You invest 10,000, then 50. You might even tell your friends and family. All the while, the number in your online portal keeps climbing. You feel like a genius. The problem is, the portal is fake. The charts are just animations. The money was stolen the moment you sent it. You only discover the truth when you try to withdraw your profits. Suddenly, there are technical difficulties. Unexpected taxes and fees that you need to pay before you can access your money. The guru, who was so friendly and available, is now impossible to reach. And then the website disappears. The money and the guru are gone forever. Remember the oldest rule of investing. If it sounds too good to be true, it always is. There is no such thing as a guaranteed, high-return, risk-free investment. Anyone who promises you that is not an advisor. They are a predator. Chapter 5. The Shields Up Moment. Hearing these stories can be overwhelming. It can feel like we are under siege, that the digital world is a minefield, and any stranger could be an enemy. This feeling of helplessness is exactly what the scammers want. But this is the moment we turn the tables. This is where the fear stops and the education begins. Fighting back against these criminals isn't about having the latest cybersecurity software or being a tech genius. It's about adopting a new mindset, a mindset of proactive defense. It's about building a shield of skepticism and a habit of verification. The single greatest weakness of every scam we have discussed is that they require the victim to act with urgency and without confirmation. They create a bubble of pressure. Our job is to learn how to pop that bubble every single time. This isn't about paranoia, it's about prudence. It's about giving ourselves the gift of time. The time to think, the time to check, the time to ask a simple question: is this real? Chapter 6. The Practical Playbook. So let's build that shield. Here's a practical, simple playbook, a set of rules that, if followed, can defeat the vast majority of scams. First, the 5-second rule. When you receive any unsolicited call, text, or email that asks for money or personal information, no matter how urgent it seems, stop. Take a deep breath and give yourself 5 seconds. In those 5 seconds, the emotional fog of panic will begin to clear. The adrenaline will start to subside. This small pause is your most powerful weapon. It's the moment you take back control. Second, the never click, always call mantra. If you get an email or a text from your bank, from Amazon, from Netflix, from the Social Security Administration, that claims there is a problem with your account, do not, under any circumstances, click a link in that message. The links are fake, designed to steal your login information. Instead, find the official phone number for that company from a trusted source, like their public website or the back of your credit card. Call them directly and ask if there is a real issue. 9 times out of 10, they will have no idea what you are talking about. You have just unmasked the fraud. Third, the hang-up and callback verification. This is for the grandparent scam. If you get a call from a frantic loved one asking for money, there is one simple sentence that will end the scam instantly. I'm going to hang up and call you right back on the number I have for you. A real grandchild in trouble will welcome that call. A scammer will panic. He will make excuses. He will tell you not to hang up. He will try to keep you in the bubble. Hang up anyway. Call the number you know is real. This one action is a silver bullet. Fourth, the gift card litmus test. Let's make this a law of your financial life. No legitimate business or government agency will ever demand payment in the form of gift cards, cryptocurrency, or wire transfers to an unknown person. Ever. The moment you hear the words gift card, you know with 100% certainty that you are speaking to a criminal. It is the universal red flag. Fifth, the romance reality check. If you have an online relationship with someone you have never met in person or via a live video call, and they ask you for money for any reason, a visa, a medical emergency, a plane ticket, it is a scam. There are no exceptions. The pain of accepting this truth is nothing compared to the financial and emotional devastation of falling for the lie. What are some simple rules or phrases you use to protect yourself or your family? What's your silver bullet for spotting a scam? Share your wisdom in the comments. Your strategy could become part of someone else's playbook. Chapter 7. The role of family and community. This is not a fight to be waged alone. One of the most important things we can do is break the taboo of talking about scams. The shame that victims feel is a barrier that we must dismantle as a community. For adult children, this means having conversations with your parents that are built on respect, not condescension. It's not about taking away their independence. It's about equipping them with the knowledge to protect it. Frame the conversation around your own experiences. Mom, I got the weirdest text today. It looked like it was from my bank. This opens the door for a discussion, not a lecture. Set up regular check-ins. Make it a safe space for them to ask questions without feeling foolish. And for all of us, it's about knowing where to turn. The Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, has a robust website at ftc.gov where you can learn about the latest scams and, crucially, report them. Reporting a scam, even if you didn't lose money, provides law enforcement with the data they need to track these criminal networks. Organizations like AARP run a fraud watch network with a toll-free helpline, providing real-time support and guidance. You are not alone. Conclusion. The phone will ring again. The emails will continue to arrive. The invisible war for our financial security is not going away. The scammers are counting on us to be scared, to be isolated, and to be uninformed. But they have underestimated us. They have underestimated our ability to learn, to adapt, and to protect one another. The call that costs a lifetime only has power if we answer it with fear. From this day forward, we answer it with knowledge. We answer it with skepticism. We answer it with a question, a verification, and a community standing behind us. The phone rings, but now we are the ones in control.